Hey everyone, welcome back to the Melek'le Yemek channel. Today we're making a mouth-watering main dish that's ready in just 45 minutes. Crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and packed with flavor. Let's get right into it. Today, dear friends, we're making dinner together, and for this I'm using a whole chicken. I'm scoring it with a few slits on both sides to make sure it cooks well, evenly, and lets all the spices and flavors soak right in. Nice deep cuts, just like that. Now let's move on to the marinade. For the chicken marinade, I'm adding enough salt, some hot paprika, sweet paprika, using both gives the best balance, village-style pepper flakes, some thyme, this one's wild thyme, a bit of cumin, all of them in the right amounts, a few cloves, yes, I'm using whole cloves, and I also tossed in a few allspice seeds. Adding 1 teaspoon of honey. I highly recommend adding a teaspoon of honey whenever you're roasting or barbecuing chicken. It helps give it that beautiful golden color. For the paprika, I use sweet powdered paprika, and I even use the oil from the paprika itself, so I didn't add any extra oil. Now I'm mixing all the ingredients together, and as you can see, the color turns a rich red. It's beautiful. I rub this flavorful marinade all over the chicken. Don't forget to rub it inside too. I didn't cut the chicken into pieces. I'm using a whole chicken just like this, and I'll be roasting it in the oven using an oven bag. While that's roasting, we'll also be making our rice. As you can see, I made sure the sauce is completely covering the chicken. Then, to finish it off, I drizzle 3 tablespoons of melted butter, clarified butter actually, right on top. Now you can add whatever vegetables you like inside, or just roast the chicken on its own. It's totally up to you. I added 2 whole onions, each scored with 4 cuts, and 1 large potato. Since it was a big one, I cut it in half, but you can slice yours thinner or longer if you want. You can add any veggies you like, or keep it simple with just the chicken. Now I'm grabbing the oven bag from the bottom and giving it a good shake, mixing everything so the onions and potatoes get coated with all those flavors. Then I tie the top of the bag with some string, and with a knife I poke a small hole right in the center of the bag. This keeps it from puffing up and bursting in the oven. Then I pop it in the oven on the highest heat setting, and it's perfectly cooked in just 45 minutes. Now it's time to prep the rice, my friends. We're making a simple rice pilaf today, and the method I'm using here, don't worry, I'll explain it in detail in one of the upcoming videos. So we're not frying the rice in oil like usual. Instead, we're boiling it first, and once it's boiled, then we turn it into pilaf. First, I add the rice, washed 3 times, into a pot of boiling water. I boil it until it's just about fully cooked, and I only add salt to the water. If you'd like, you can also toss in things like fresh basil leaves, cinnamon, black pepper, or even a bit of anise. It's totally up to you, but this time I kept it simple with just salt. I gave it a good stir and let it boil nicely. And now, as you can see, the texture is just right. Here's how we test it. Take a grain and press it between your fingers. The outside should be fully cooked, but the inside should still have a tiny bit of firmness, not raw, just lightly firm. The edges should be soft and cooked through. And as you can see here, the rice is light and fluffy, not sticky at all. Some of you might think boiled rice turns out mushy, but nope, it comes out perfect. For the sauce, I used butter. Once it melted, I added in the rice and gently sauteed it over low heat. Then I poured in the boiled rice we prepped earlier and mixed it together. I didn't add any water, nothing else, because the rice was already a bit moist. With the steam inside the rice itself, I let it sit over low heat for 5 minutes, then took it off the stove. And now 5 minutes later, look at this. The rice is still fluffy, grain by grain, not sticky at all. I'll be sharing a more detailed version of this method in another video, especially one where I show you how to make the world's healthiest rice pilaf. And in that one, we won't be using butter at all, dear friends. By the way, after 45 minutes, as you can see, our chicken is beautifully roasted. Honestly, at the oven's highest heat, it cooked a little faster than expected. I left it in just a bit longer so the inside could cook thoroughly. Now that everything's ready, I pour the rice into the bottom of a large serving dish. You can serve this however you like. You don't need to make soup with it. A glass of ayran or a bit of plain yogurt is more than enough. My potatoes turned out perfectly soft and the onions were just incredible. Then I take the roasted chicken and place it right in the center of the rice. On the side, next to the onions, I added some fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, and pickles. And look at this. When I pull on the bone, the meat just falls right off. You can see it clearly here. I'll even show you by slicing it. In just 45 minutes, we have a beautiful, hearty main dish ready to serve. And the best part? While the chicken was roasting in the oven, you can prep whatever sides you like along with the pilaf. In 45 minutes, dinner is done, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next recipe. Take care and bye-bye for now.